Probably starting to sound repetitive now as I say this about every city that I pass through, but Charlottetown is a nice little city. The downtown is full of good, smiling, happy people. I played a good little buskin set, well, and then kept breaking strings, so I gave up eventually. And then when I woke up, I bought some new guitar strings and decided to head north to a place called Cavendish. I wasn't sure how much of the island I wanted to explore, so I kind of decided to do a loop around the central sort of section of the island. Um, like I could do a great big loop off to the eastern end and come back around and do a great big loop on the western end, but that would take a lot of gas, and most of the communities out those ways are pretty small. And I felt like going for a drive somewhere nice, and the tobacco I smoke is called Cavendish, so it seemed like a kind of coincidence to follow. So I headed up north down some nice country roads and ended up finding a nice little park to hang out in, let the kitty run around, and just sit back and read my book. And then before I knew it, I noticed the road in front of the park was just jammed, bumper to bumper traffic. And it stayed that way for 3 hours straight. I eventually asked someone passing by, like, what's the big party going on? And they informed me that down the road at the beach, I'm not sure exactly where, some sort of campground venue nearby, there's big country music festival going on. I think they said Chris Stapleton. I don't follow new country music very much, but it's a name I recognized. And then once the concert started, I could hear it through the woods, like good distance away. Could hear it pretty clearly, so I knew with all the traffic that I wasn't going to get out of there very quickly, and I wasn't in a hurry to go anywhere, so I just sat back with the kitty and watched the traffic go by like a big long parade. People dressed up in plaid shirts and cowboy boots, and it's nice to see. Looked like every young person on the island came out for it. I would have went over to the music festival, but looked online and the tickets weren't very cheap. And honestly, I don't follow country music enough to really care anymore, but it sounded like a hell of a show. And the people going were pumped up. Just sitting watching all the pumped up people heading towards it, walking down the side of the highway, getting dropped off at the parking lot where I was at by taxi cabs, and walking the rest of the way. Just a flood of excited people. I almost thought about getting the guitar out to play for the walking people as they go by, but I still hadn't put the new strings on yet, so I just kind of hung out and bided my time for the traffic to finish. And then I was reading a book that my buddy Aaron in Ottawa lent me, American Gods. It's pretty good, but I was so close to finishing that I just sat back and finished it. And while the kitty was walking around, I heard a big roar overhead, and these planes come by in formation doing some cool stuff.